you say in every moment. How wonderful, how marvelous, and my song shall ever be. Ever, ever. One moment, next moment, next moment. Nothing can pull me out of that. Out of that wonder, out of that spectacularity. I watched the clouds. I looked at the ice cream trucks. I thought about how happy the people are when they come up to the ice cream truck on a warm day. Picking up garbage across the highway. The very northern part of Maryland. Or mowing the grass on the freeways, as long as you didn't get hit by somebody. Those occupations can be blissful because you don't have the responsibility of being important, of thinking of yourself as someone important. That has weighed me down a lot in my life, in this life. It has affected the way I think I should dress and what kind of car I should drive. And most of all, it affects how I think people should treat me. I feel a responsibility for how other people treat me. That's a tough one. Especially if you're a mom, because you don't want to get treated badly. It's not good for the people around you. I think you have to be able to be treated anyway without it hurting you. And then when you insist lovingly for the other person's sake that they treat you better, that's empowering to you and to them. I definitely don't, because there's a two-edged sword. I don't advocate teaching people attitudes that will make it easier for psychopaths to control them. I want them... I don't think Jesus wanted that either. I think Jesus wanted people to be able to go the extra mile and turn the other cheek and all that, but at the same time without losing themselves and their own worth, their own value. You can look at it one way and you can see the danger of giving psychopaths a free rein. But the other way is when you're in a tug of war with someone and you let go of the rope and they just fall on their ass. I think that's what Jesus intends. And then you're still standing there. And you haven't been tugged anywhere you don't want to go. You're still in control. You're more in control when you let go than if you insist on not being tugged. Because that rope isn't attached to you, you're holding on to it. When you start to count your blessings so you can be grateful, that almost is a codependent trap. Because it's like telling the cosmos, especially the assholes, what you appreciate. If you could say it so no one can hear, it'd be good. But as soon as they know what you enjoy, then they want to take it from you and wish I had more of this, or I wish I had more of that. If only this situation came to pass. If only I achieved such and such. When I retire, everything will be just right. I'll do this and this, and I'll have this set up just the way I wanted. But I won't do anything more interesting or more fulfilling. And anything I find myself doing at any moment, so when you're counting your blessings, you can just be glad that you're in this moment. You're just here right now. Whatever there is, that's the best. That's where I was, looking at the sky. I was watching the sky today from a loading dock in downtown Baltimore. It was under a bridge, and it was kind of a scruffy part of Baltimore. But I was just watching all the different people doing what they were doing, the ice cream truck drivers and the dock workers and everybody who went by. And I thought, scruffy or not scruffy, whether you owned the company or were just working there, you could just be happy. You could just, with a lot of responsibility or none, everybody had the power, I could just feel it in that moment, to decide, hey, this is all right. I'm just fine with this. I was just thinking, this is an opportunity, and the next second, and the next second, all opportunities.
Continue on I-83.
Just to be happy. I don't need anything that isn't here right now to be happy. As a matter of fact, I don't need anything that isn't here right now to be blissful, perfected, perfection, as good as it gets. I don't need to remember anything I forgot, keep on any train of thought. Nostalgic. When a moment now reminds me of something beautiful in the past, I can enjoy both moments at the same time and not have any pain, no stabbings, that I'm not young anymore, and that my babies aren't babies anymore. I think if you did live forever, you'd have to live like that, or it would kill you. You'll always be going in circles, trying to circle back to where you remember it being better than it is now. And that's always a mistake. Because right now is always perfection. If your eyes are open. Picture yourself out in a boat, aiming for a place, a spot on the horizon. it's an island oasis. And you think, that's the place I want to be, because that has everything just the way I want it. It makes whatever's on that island better than what you are experiencing as you're out in your boat under the blue sky in the midst of the waves, whether they're stormy or clear. It's all good. Being in the boat is good. And if you think that way, then you enjoy the boat ride. If you're in a sailboat and there are tides and winds that make it impossible to come back to that island if you miss it, then you have to keep going in bliss, expecting if you find another island it'll be even better than that one. But not only that, all the moments in between missing the island and finding the next island are as perfect as when you land on the island. Because there is a time and a purpose for everything. For being on the island, you get your provisions. You get your water and your wood, whatever you need. Tighten your belt for a day or two, or even die. You just start again. There's no fear in anything that happens. And if there's no fear, then there's bliss. Wherever there is an absence of fear, the natural state is bliss. Even if you're being violently opposed by vicious enemies. That's what you pay video game developers for. You pay them to make not only tough challenges, but vicious nemesis. You pay screenwriters, screenplay writers, you pay novelists, movie makers, you pay them to make vicious nemesis for the hero to overcome. When you have a movie like that, you call it a blockbuster. When it's really good. Believable. Sometimes the screenplay writers for my life, they seem to go overboard, and I can't even believe it. When things happen, it's like, that's hilarious. Like my dad, he is such a great villain that I really don't think he could be real. Machiavelli himself. I'm not the only one who thinks so. If you think about your life as a story, it's like having big waves to surf on. That's as good as it gets if you're a surf rider. A surfer, Oswald Chambers calls them surf riders, so that's why I always call it that. Oswald said that you can score off of these adversities. You score points against an opponent, something like that. That was in his book, My Utmost for His Highest. I got a lot of good out of that book. So I have to say, I really am grateful for having such an interesting storyline. Every bad driver on the road
Take exit 19, on the right, to Pennsylvania 462, then keep left.
every situation that seems way more than I can deal with, they end up being the best moments.
Exit right. And remember, it's good to leave things behind that no longer serve you. Like a freeway, for instance.
So I'm going to leave behind things that no longer serve me.
Keep left to North Hills Road.
All the attitudes that have held me back. All the beliefs. Limiting beliefs. And it helps me a lot because then I stay here. I stay in this moment. I don't branch out so far that nobody can tell where I am anymore. There's a Georgia license plate. I saw an Oregon license plate a couple days ago. It's all good. That is a beautiful picture.
In 1¼ miles, take the exit, on the right, toward Pennsylvania 441, then take the first right.
My speaker gave out again.